Alright. So, the Avengers, which is the very first one, from 2012. Huge event and announcement. People were amped up for it. Of course, it made billions of dollars when it came out. And I enjoyed watching it, coming back to it. Way more than, Endgame, which I'll probably re-review if I didn't already review it. Yeah, I hate that movie. This though, although I do have not many problems with it other than some I don't like. The Hulk here is fine, though I prefer Ang Lee's Hulk way more than Marvel's, which I know a lot of people would disagree. To each their own, but I prefer that Hulk because at least that Hulk I buy beating Thanos than this one. Well, you can't make him overpowered, even though you know. But I did like how they introduce the characters. They give them each their own little introductions in cool ways, or like, or should I say, you get backstory a little bit to each character, which is cool. So you don't really need to watch Iron Man, although I would prefer it you did. Um, Whereas the Hulk, they actually just talk about in brief dialogue between him and Tony, which I like. I like their dynamic. I wish we had more scenes going forward with their uh, scenes. Like I liked their dynamic together. Um, we do see some friction between Cap and Iron Man, which will come into play later on. So they do set that up, which is pretty cool. They also set up the Black Widow and Hulk, or Bruce and Natasha playing, which I liked in Age of Ultron. I understand why people were freaked out about that. It's weird, it's out of left field. No, they kind of do plant seeds in this film. Like there's a little bit of, you know, I don't know, like they played it off not too much here, but you get the gist that there might be something going on later down the road between these two. But the action was really good. Um, I mean, what we have? We have Iron Man, Cap, Thor, which I'm not a big fan of the Thor films. Although the second one I know gets a lot of flack, but the first one I'm not a fan of. The second one I gotta watch again because I think I prefer the second one over. I don't care for Thor Ragnarok, whatever it's called. I don't care for that one. Um, the Iron Man movies, I don't mind the first one. The second one, it's a mixed bag. It's all right. Third one is just okay. Which I believe the third one takes place right after this one because events from this would, and then Tony suffers in the third Iron Man movie. Um, I don't know if I'll do like the solo movies anytime soon. Like I was thinking about doing just the Avenger films. Um, so I will do probably Captain America Civil War because that's technically a Avengers film because it has other characters in it. Um, so I'll probably do that one as well. Um, but yeah, if anybody wants me to do the solo movies such as Black Widow as well, which I got to see in the theater, which was pretty cool. I actually don't mind that film. I do wish um, we actually got, granted, like they did backstory of her, like back. They didn't really do her and Hawkeye together though, which I thought was a missed opportunity, given the history that we get mentioned in this first Avengers film. I would have thought that they would have built off of that, instead of the the whole her killing so and so's daughter or whatever, or you believe it. They claim that she did, but then the Captain America films I don't care for. I'm sorry, I don't. I like him in the Avenger films more. Like his solo films, I don't care for Winter Soldier. I think it's overrated. I think it's one of Marvel's worst films. It's just boring. I prefer um, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I prefer the first Iron Man, even Iron Man 2, um, over the Cap films. I prefer Thor: Dark World more over Winter Soldier. I'll take that any day. I just can't. I guess all bits of it before, and it's not my cup of tea. But the acting in this is really good. Again, the look of the Hulk, it's alright. I prefer Ang Lee's Hulk look more, but but yeah, I did like the dynamic between the characters. I did like the fight between Thor and Hulk, or I loved how Hulk just slammed Loki around towards the end battle, which I thought was funny. Um, but yeah, not a whole lot really to say. I mean, they all team up basically to get the I forget what it's called, but they're basically teaming up because Loki wants to rule Earth or whatever, and so Thor teams up with the Avengers and them. Nick Fury pretty much brings them together and all. Coulson dies, which but then he comes back in Agents of Shield, which I don't know if anybody. I don't mind that show. I actually have the first 2 seasons on DVD. Only on DVD because I'm not buying those stupid Blu-rays because I don't have a Blu-ray player. I'm not buying a Blu-ray player just to watch that show, so I'll just watch it online. But if anybody's interested in me watching, comment, commentating on that show or reacting to that show episodes, let me know in the comments. Or if anybody wants me to do the other Marvel films, let me know in the comments. What's your favorite Marvel movie? Um, yeah, the humor in this was really funny. Tony Stark for sure is, MVP of that. Charismatic sarcasm he's number one to it. But yeah, my gripes with the film, if anything, is um, trying to think what I even have problems really with it. So yeah, there is a scene where um, during their argument during okay, which scene am I even talking about? I forget. Okay, I just blanked out. I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Um, oh, there's a scene where the jet, the jet that everybody's on malfunctions or whatever, gets blasted or whatever, and Iron Man has to go into the fan spinny thing, and he has to have Cap watch for when he wants to get out. I didn't care for them trying to fix the ship and Cap dodging bullets, trying to shoot off against these other guys. I didn't care for that scene where they're trying to get the engine running or whatever. That was a bit boring. Reminded me of a shooter game, which I'm not really a fan of. Um, Also, I didn't care for. Uh, there's a scene where Hulk is about to join in on the group fight, and Banner's about to turn into him. I didn't care for his explanation of him saying, "I'm always angry. That's my secret to, I guess, controlling the Hulk or whatever." But I didn't care for that explanation. I don't know why. I don't know why that was even said. Why he had this. if anything, I don't know what you could have really said to justify like how you keep them under control or whatever. Um, again, this version of the Hulk so far that they're introducing is all right compared to what he becomes down the line, which is very, very fall from grace of Marvel's Hulk. I don't know why we don't get a solo Hulk movie, but we get a She-Hulk solo movie or whatever, which I don't understand. Whatever, because people didn't like Ang Lee's Hulk. It was too boring, I guess, for them, because there's hardly any Hulk in it. And it's called a slow burn. But whatever. I don't even think they were trying to do a Marvel thing at the time anyway, but, you know. And then you had the Incredible Hulk, which was... I don't care for that one much, but if people give that one the pass, I don't understand why. Oh, it has more action, but not really, when you think about it. When you watch that film, it seems like it's not a lot of action, much. But whatever. I mean, I like the look of the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk in that one, but I like the look of Ang Lee's Hulk more. Seemed way more realistic and more expressive in the face, and I don't know, and more cooler and more awesome than Marvel's Hulk. At least Ang Lee's Hulk, he grows bigger. The more matter he gets, he grows bigger. So again, like it's like they didn't want to make the Hulk too strong in Marvel's universe or whatever. We gotta have him fight Thanos and lose. Whatever. I did like how he, Natasha's trying to calm him before he turns, and then he totally runs at her, and she has to try to avoid him. I thought that was pretty. That was a pretty cool scene where she's trying to run from the Hulk. I don't know how she can when he's supposed to be fast. It's like he's like bulldozing through the walls and yet doesn't catch her. But then he does eventually. He like smacks her across the wall, and then it looked like he was about to actually smack her across the face or whatever. But then Thor saved her. Or whatever. That was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, overall, I didn't mind this one. I actually liked I liked some of the fight scenes during the attack on Manhattan or New York, wherever, and Cap and Iron Man are fighting alongside each other, and then does like this cool team up thing where Iron Man shoots his blast off of uh, Cap's shield and like makes a laser blast or whatever against the enemies. That was pretty cool. I liked how each of them got their own little scenes of coolness. Um, especially, but then you compare this first movie to Age of Ultron in terms of fight scenes. I would say Age of Ultron beats this movie fight scenes a bit more because there's way cooler camera shots and camera angles and shots that they were doing compared to here. I like the rotation of them forming a circle around each other, but then in Age of Ultron, where they're each getting a cool fighting pose during fighting, Ultron clones, it's in slow motion and camera angles and shots. Just awesome. Age of Ultron beats the original Avengers movie hands down to me. I'm sorry, but it does to me. In my opinion, way better. It's way better than most Marvel's movies made today. Like that one, it seemed like Josh Whedon was out to prove the first movie wasn't a fluke. Wasn't just can we top the? You can't top the first movie. Yes, you can. It's called Age of Ultron. Um, I don't mind Infinity War. I actually enjoy that one, but in terms of like the story and chronologically, I have problems because of how stuff ends up later. Because you can't really cut or retcon stuff if you wanted to, which sucks. Um, but or try to edit like your own, you know, whatever. But yeah, overall, I like the film. Um, can't really say I have any more. I don't have as many problems as I thought I would have with it, other than those two or three things. It's a pretty good film, I would say. Pretty good debut for the team as a team. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this film, and what's your favorite Marvel film? Because I am going to do some DC films soon, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Please give this video a like; it helps out a lot. Subscribe, comment, share, and peace and love.